Today, we are diving into a patent that tackles one of the biggest, if not the biggest, hurdle in the world of autonomous vehicles. It's all about a massive shift in how self-driving cars learn, moving them from learning all on their own to becoming part of a single, collective intelligence. Let's break down exactly how it works. So let's start with the one question that every single AV developer on the planet is wrestling with. You've got a brand new car. It just rolled off the assembly line. How in the world does it learn to handle a tricky, unfamiliar intersection or a complex parking garage it's never, ever seen before? Well, the way it's done now, that reveals the industry's biggest challenge. The answer is it learns completely by itself. Each car is basically an island. It's forced to rack up millions, sometimes billions of miles of driving, either in the real world or in a simulation, just to build its own little private library of experiences. This is incredibly slow, it's unbelievably expensive, and it's the real roadblock holding back widespread adoption. The patent actually gives this problem a name. It calls it isolated learning. And in this old model, a car's ability is capped by its own direct experience. But here's the critical flaw. When it faces something totally new, its performance drops right back to zero. It's back to being a rookie. And that creates a huge risk and a massive inefficiency in the whole development process. Now, to really get this, the patent uses this simple but really powerful analogy. Imagine you have vehicle 1, we'll call it the rookie. It's never driven a specific tricky route. Then you have vehicle 2, the veteran. It's been there, done that, and totally mastered it. In the old world, the rookie is completely on its own. It has to learn every single lesson the exact same hard way the veteran did. But what if it didn't have to? This quote, right from the patent's abstract, is the core breakthrough. It's asking a really powerful question. What if that rookie could just instantly download all the veteran's wisdom? What if one car's really hard-won experience could become an immediate lesson for the entire fleet? And that's the breakthrough right there. The patent calls this concept shared experience information, and it's the elegant solution to that whole isolated learning problem. It means no car ever has to be a rookie again. The second one car masters a route, every other car in the network can, in theory, master it too. So how does this information actually get shared? Okay, so you're probably thinking, that sounds great, but how does it work in the real world? Well, this isn't just some abstract idea. The patent actually lays out a surprisingly complete and flexible system for sharing all this data across the entire transportation ecosystem. The power of this system is really in its multi-channel network. I mean, the experience data can be passed directly from one car to another, or it can be relayed through things like smart traffic lights. It can even be embedded in the road itself, or, of course, managed through a big central cloud system. It creates this resilient, always-on web of shared knowledge. But hang on, because this is where the patent goes from just being a smart idea to, well, to an absolute strategic necessity. It's not just about sharing the raw data from one car to another. It's about creating a system that learns, that refines, and that generates new, even better knowledge. The patent has a name for this too: optimized experience information. The key insight here is that the system isn't just passing along one veteran's data. No, it can take in data from thousands of vehicles, analyze it all, and then generate a brand new, perfected set of driving instructions, one that's actually better than any single car's experience. This whole process creates this incredible, powerful feedback loop. The central cloud system gets the data, it generates an optimized model, it constantly updates it as more and more data flows in, and then it beams that superior knowledge back out to the fleet. So your fleet isn't just sharing notes anymore, it's evolving into a collective superintelligence. It gets smarter with every single mile driven by any vehicle, anywhere. So for any car manufacturer or investor, the big question is, what does this actually achieve? What's the bottom line? Well, this isn't just about a smoother ride. We're talking about hard numbers. The patent shows how the system can optimize for key business metrics, things like energy efficiency, travel times, vehicle wear and tear, and, this is the big one, minimizing the risk of collision. This is the blueprint for a safer, more profitable fleet. All right, let's put all the pieces together. For any company trying to win in the super competitive AV space, what does a system like this actually give you? It unlocks a decisive and sustainable competitive edge. This comparison just lays it all out plain and simple. On the left, you've got the old way. Every car is a slow, expensive, and risky island. And on the right, you have the future this patent makes possible: a single intelligent entity that learns exponentially. With this model, your risk profile plummets, your rate of improvement skyrockets, and your entire fleet gets the benefit of the very best experience from any single vehicle. So what does this mean for you? Ultimately, it delivers 4 huge competitive advantages. First, an accelerated learning curve that can just blow past any competitor stuck in that old, isolated model. Second, superior efficiency on the metrics that directly hit your operating costs. Third, a system that is inherently safer because it distributes optimized safety data to the entire fleet. And finally, it makes every single car you build as smart as your entire network combined. And all of this really boils down to one final question. In a race where the speed of learning is what determines the winner, can anyone really afford to have a fleet that learns all by itself? This patent provides the blueprint for a future of collective intelligence. The only question left is, who is going to build it first?